Marcus Spears had this to say about the Cowboys quarterback yesterday here on Get Up.
To me, mentally, he's taken a step forward and said, the hell with everything. I'm the Cowboys quarterback. I'm going to get all the criticism. I welcome it. I'm going to just go play football and play it the way I like to play it. He's gotten back to it being a kid game.
I love what he's talking about there because over the past month, you look at the last 4 games, Dak Prescott, #1 in QBR. Dak Prescott, #1 in touchdown
That's
pass.
what we doing.
Dak Prescott, 71% completion.
Well, you know who his team is, right? You know who his team is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is?
And so I'm just saying, you tell me, why do you not agree with Swagu?
Listen, he can be playing the best football. I think he's coming together. His legs is coming together. They started to understand how they want to win. But nobody cares about what the Dallas Cowboys does in the regular season. We've seen this movie before, year in and year out. We want to see what Dak Prescott does where the other team on the other side can punch back, right? We see him against the competition. So far this year, when he's faced San Francisco, when he's faced Philadelphia. And listen,
Played well against Philadelphia.
Yeah,
understand, playing well has never been the issue, right? We always see him come up short. Can he make the decisive play to get his team over the hump when the other team on the other side has a quarterback that can match him and has a defense that can try and slow them down? That's how Dak Prescott is going to be determined, right? Winning the big game. We understand and we appreciate what he does in the regular season, but we've seen this movie before. Can he show up and show out when the other guy over there is a dude too?
I love exactly what you said. Play well against Philadelphia. Dak Prescott did his job. Had the defense been gotten to stop, they win that football.
It's always an if with Dak Prescott. What are we playing, horseshoes, man? If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
We probably will on Thanksgiving. Harry, give me your take. Is Dak Prescott the best quarterback in the NFL right now?
Well, it's tricky when you ask me that question because you say, is he the best quarterback in the NFL? No, that's Patrick Mahomes. Is he playing the best football right now at the quarterback position in the last 5 weeks? Yes. You talk about a guy who's thrown for over 1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and completion percentage is over 70%. So, yes, he's playing the best football right now over the last 5 weeks. But I do agree with what Bart said. It's all about Dak Prescott in the moments, right? We know what he's going to be able to do in the regular season. It's all about in the playoffs. Can he push his team to an NFC Championship appearance, to a Super Bowl appearance? But I can't come up here playing 10 years in the National Football League and not give Dak credit for what he's done the last 5 weeks. And I understand we may look at his opponents and say it was against inferior teams, but at the same time, Bart and Woody, y'all know how hard it is to win in the National Football League, and I got to give credit where credit is due the last 5 weeks.
Hey, Mark, be the voice of reason here.
You just want me to say something good about Dak? No,
Yes.
no. I think he clearly is playing the best of any quarterback right now. But to me, Dak was never the problem for me. He was never the issue. He was never the question mark. My questions were about Mike McCarthy as the play caller, as the guy who needs to understand that CeeDee Lamb is on this team and he's a #1 wide receiver and he should always be the focal point, the same way we see other #1 wide receivers taken care of. I think now Dak is being allowed to be the playmaker that he is. I want to see him always use his legs more in each game. But going back to what Bart said, the next 5 games that they have, are you picking the Cowboys in each of those games?
Absolutely.
I think that, well, we know what you're going to say.
Yes.
But when you look at who they have left, beyond Sunday, when you get to Seattle, Philly, Buffalo, Miami, Detroit, I think that the next 5 games beyond Washington are where we're really going to know who the Cowboys are. The unfortunate reality is it doesn't matter in the regular season. We want to see them get to the playoffs and then show out. Correct?
Absolutely.
Bishop?
I'm with
Bishop,
you.
agree with the First Lady. We in black today. Let us be on the same team.
Harry didn't get the memo. He got that Barack Obama summer suit.
He really does. He would.
He's going to get slandered.
Cowboys are 2 games back of the Eagles right now.
Hey,
do you think they can
when you on the former president level, baby, you're a little different, baby.
We're not worthy. What do you think?
I don't. No, I don't think so. And I know, like the Philadelphia Eagles, their schedule, they got a pretty tough schedule. But the one thing about the Philadelphia Eagles, man, they got like a championship pedigree. Like the Philadelphia Eagles, it seemed like, you know how good they are? The fact that we look at them and we say, they don't look as good as last year, but they're 9-1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Think about that. You talk to anyone to a man, and you ask them, are they as good as last year's team? Most people say they're not as good, but they're sitting here 9-1 because they know how to win football games. Jalen Hurts may not. We all know he's hampered with his knee injury.
Yeah.
But Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, those boys are still balling. So right now, I'm saying Philadelphia has the inside track for the number 1 seed regardless of their schedule.
We'll see.
You know what's funny is it's going to be an arms race because I feel like the scales can be tipped in one of these teams' favor. Whoever is able to lure Shaquille Leonard to their team, because both teams are missing, key impact at the linebacker position. When you think Vander Esch being hurt, you think about the lack of depth and explosiveness, with the Philadelphia Eagles. So whoever wins that race, that's going to be interesting because I think he passed waivers. That's going to be interesting to see.
Is that offense, especially those receivers, going to prevent them from repeating in the Super Bowl?
I actually think it can, right? You look at the 3 losses that Kansas City has had this year, and that wide receiver room have been the main culprit of them losing those games. You look at the game versus Detroit, Kadarius Toney. You look at the game versus the Denver Broncos, Valdez-Scantling with a fumble, Mecole Hardman with a muff punt. You also had drop passes in that game, a drop touchdown by Sky Moore. And then we look on Monday Night Football versus the Philadelphia Eagles. It was those wide receivers, man, that didn't give them the opportunity to win that game or have the go-ahead touchdown. You look at the 4th and 25. There are not many plays you could drop on 4th and 25. Patrick Mahomes threw a dart to Justin Watson, and it went right through his hands.
All right, Bart, how about the Eagles? Are they on upset alert with the Bills? That fact or fiction?
I think it's fiction. I mean, I think right now, you look at the Bills' offense and what happened last week. They got a joke by changing the coordinator. Joe Brady came in, did a good job being balanced. But, they were going against the Jets, who was a one-dimensional team. I think, we keep trying to bury this Philadelphia Eagles team because it doesn't look like it looked last year. But they always find a way. And in pivotal moments, they're going to make the right decision. I just don't trust Josh Allen right now to play a complete game and play a mistake-free game. And Diggs still hasn't really got off, and that's going to be a growing problem as the season continues.
D. Wood, what do you think?
No, I think they should be on upset alert because you do have Josh Allen. Like, as much as we malign Josh Allen for his turnovers, this guy,
how many touchdowns?
Right, like how many game-changing type plays have Josh Allen made over the course of his career? So yes, he has a propensity for turning the ball over. There's no question. But this Buffalo Bills offense was still like one of the top offenses in the league. So yes, when you have that type of firepower and you have that type of quarterback, you're going to put anybody on upset alert.
Okay, Mark.
Oh, 100% agree. Now, I picked the Eagles in this game, but for me, Josh Allen, he can carve you up like a turkey, like very easily. Like they could be down 15 points, 16 points, 20 points with 6 minutes to go. And the Bills on that sideline still think, yeah, we got a shot. And it's all because of Josh.
For me, it's that defense. Two more defenders go down. One guy collapsed, had to go to the Johnson in that collision. So I just don't know if they can hold up against A.J. Brown. And listen, they're a great defense, but they're missing Leslie Frazier as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Interesting. Harry, C.J. Stroud will lead the Texans to the playoffs. Is that fact or fiction?
I'm going fact. And not only is C.J. Stroud going to lead into the playoffs, he's going to beat Jacksonville this weekend, and the Houston Texans are going to win the AFC South. I just like what this football team is right now. You look at DeMeco Ryans been a rookie head coach, but getting those guys to buy in. C.J. Stroud not only orchestrating the offense, but taking on that leadership role as a rookie quarterback. I really like this young team that has a sprinkle of veteran guys amongst them, and they're playing at a high level right now. That defense is playing better than a lot of people are giving them credit for. I know C.J. Stroud gets a lot of the credit because he's the quarterback, but I think that defense has lived up to the bill this season as well. So I have the Houston Texans winning the AFC South and hosting a playoff game this season.
Look, I am CJ all day. I mean, former Buckeye. But, when you look at it, though, the Jags, most takeaways in the NFL, at like 20. But it's the Texans who have beaten the Jags 10 out of the last 11 times. They seem to have the recipe when it comes to playing them.
And that's what I'm excited to see, right? Does the Texans have that killer instinct, right? Can you beat a team twice, especially when they're playing well and feeling good about themselves as well? These two opponents know each other. Listen, DeMeco Ryan, if he's able to pull this off, will be, I believe, the coach of the year and well-deserving. So we thought, that was a dumpster fire out there, and he's come and turned this team over and made them respectable in less than a year.
I see you.
Because I actually covered the Texans win against the Bengals. And what I love about C.J. Stroud is he has no fear. He has no fear. The kid does not know he's a rookie. He does not know that his head coach is a rookie. He doesn't know that they really shouldn't be here. And we were talking in the offseason about how Bryce Young going to Carolina. Oh, he's in a great situation because of that staff. Well, look at DeMeco Ryans. Look at what he's done. This defense has been playing a lot better. You look at that wide receiving core and you're like, Tank Dell, Nico, what's going on? They're balling out. So CJ, I love the attitude that he plays with, and he's not afraid to make mistakes. And that confidence in a rookie quarterback, unwavering confidence, is very rare.
I like what you said there because it's been C.J. Stroud who's gotten them wins lately, but that last one, it was the defense that stepped up and got it to him. What do you think? C.J. leads them to the playoffs?
Absolutely. Not only that, I think they'll win a playoff game. Like, honestly, I think C.J. Stroud has been one of the biggest revelations coming in this league in years. I really do. He's had that type of effect that, like, when Joe Burrow came to Cincinnati, he's had that type of effect with the Houston Texans. It's just when you're a guy that's able to elevate players, that's when you know you're special. Look at this receiving core from the Houston Texans. Tank Dell, Noah Brown, he's like these guys have all been elevated. I love that about C.J. Stroud.